Hey guys, thank you for watching the Slat Rock channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. And if you've already done so, just make sure that it's still active. Here's your news for July 9th, 2019. The Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey played host to the second Raw in the Paul Heyman era. And though the show continued to deliver following last week's epic event, not everything went according to plan. One small botch was spotted during a promo by the ECW magnate himself, and you will have to have had closed captions on to see it. During a promo about his client, Mr. Money in the Bank Brock Lesnar, Heyman is captioned as saying Brock Lester, an amusing botch about the former WWE and Universal Champion. We certainly wouldn't want to laugh about Lesnar's name to his face though, but if you do search for Brock Lester on Google, it's the Beast Incarnate who comes up anyway, so it wasn't too big of a deal. Though fans don't know when to expect the Beast in the Bank, and it could be as sudden as this Sunday's pay-per-view, expect everyone to have his name spot on, or risk being on the receiving end of a devastating F5. More WWE news now, and it seems that the McMahon-led promotion are doing all they can to boost their numbers. One method they've recently started trying is sending out special offers to fans, with some lucky individuals now being able to receive pay-per-views on the network for a handful of dollars. Recently, fans have started receiving an email blast from the network, promising them the next 4 WWE Network specials if they subscribe today for just, you guessed it, 99 cents. These 4 specials would cover this Sunday's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, as well as NXT TakeOver Toronto, SummerSlam, and September's Clash of the Champions. Previously, $9.99 would only get you 1 month of network content, so this is certainly a tempting offer for new subscribers, as it seems WWE aren't short of ideas to try and bring in more watchers. What they are short of, though, is positives they can brag to their investors about. And in this era of falling profits and low attendance figures, WWE desperately need this gambit to increase the number of subscribers to work. The company have already been offering 2-for-1 deals for tickets for Extreme Rules, and given how stacked the show is, highlighted with a special appearance by The Undertaker, it's clear the company are trying to turn things around. Whether these plans will actually work remains to be seen, but you can't fault WWE for trying to turn things around after what has been a rough year. Speaking of this Sunday's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, Bobby Lashley will look to prove he is the better man when he meets Braun Strowman once again, this time in a last man standing match. The Destroyer barely escaped when the pair were sent crashing through the LED stage on last week's Raw, but recovered fast enough to answer the open challenge of Rey Mysterio during this week's show. Mysterio, who hasn't been seen on WWE TV since being forced to forfeit the United States title due to injury, quickly took the fight to the former Intercontinental Champion, attempting a 619, only to be flattened with a spear for an easy win for Lashley. Obviously, this wasn't the result that WWE's Ultimate Underdog was hoping for, but did showcase Lashley's dominant streak that he's had since returning to the company in April of last year. With so much momentum, Lashley is hoping to continue his winning ways this Sunday, and to prove to the fans, Strowman, and himself that there is a new monster in town. SmackDown Live news, and ever since he was drafted to the Blue brand, Aleister Black had done very little in the ring. Instead, being seen in brooding backstage segments, Black has spoken about wanting to fight someone soon, and both he and the fans could find out his first opponent on tonight's show. According to WrestleVotes, Raw superstar Cesaro was the company's original plan for his opponent, though that may always change with the new executive directors. I'm told Cesaro was the original planned opponent for Aleister Black for Extreme Rules, and in fact he may still be, WrestleVotes said. This was, however, prior to Heyman and Bischoff coming back into the fold. No idea if they'll want something else instead. We will see. A potential Cesaro vs. Black feud would definitely be entertaining given the pair's incredible skill in the ring, and with so many fans expecting the Swiss Superman to be the one knocking on Black's door, the company may just keep it like this. We'll have to wait and see what happens tonight, though it should be noted that Bischoff isn't scheduled to take control of the Blue brand until after Extreme Rules, so who knows who will appear on SmackDown Live tonight. One superstar we know won't be answering the challenge of the former NXT champion is Jon Moxley, who has continued to make a name for himself since shedding his Dean Ambrose persona. Moxley, who is now making waves as part of AEW, has already become a huge part of the new company, and recently sat down with the Store Horsemen to discuss the apparent war between the two companies. A former WWE champion, Moxley said it would be a fool's errand to think AEW would destroy WWE, and even if they could, it wouldn't be good for the industry, saying, "This is not the Monday Night Wars. Now, we're over here doing this. They're always going to be there. It would be a fool's errand to try and take them down. It wouldn't be good for the wrestling business to try and take them down. We're providing a good alternative, showing that there is a world outside of that." When asked about Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff and their new roles as executive directors, Moxley was quick to praise both, saying, "They definitely made some kind of move. Paul Heyman is really smart and it sounds like that is a great idea. I just hope Vince lets them do their ideas. It's not just, I made him head of creative, but I'm telling him what to do type of thing." Eric Bischoff was behind the NWO. He also presided over some crappy WCW shows. He is probably pretty motivated to make you forget about that part of the resume. Though Moxley has said this isn't a war, AEW is expected to have their TV show debuting on TNT later this year. And though we don't know the exact start date, that hasn't stopped fans from getting excited. If WWE continue firing counter shots at the new promotion, like streaming Evolve during AEW shows, and pushing edgier content in response to the new company, it may just be a matter of time before Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks launch a counterattack of their own to appeal to the fans. While it's obvious that AEW does want to appeal and listen to their fans, they might not be too eager to drop the Librarians despite mass outcry online. Leva, Blue Pants Bates, and Peter Avalon certainly didn't impress when they debuted the gimmick at the Fyter Fest buy-in special earlier this month, with many fans remarking that the pair had go-away heat, meaning fans didn't want to see them get beat up in the ring, they just didn't want to see them at all. As it turns out, Go Away Heat was the name of the latest episode of Being the Elite, and though Nick Jackson admitted he was about to nix them, he decided to keep them around. During the show's intro, the Young Bucks were shown writing out the company's long-term booking plans, and later on joked about the response to the Librarians being similar to Baron Corbin in WWE. Corbin, who has been prominently featured in many angles in WWE over the past year, certainly hasn't warmed himself to the fans, and when mentioned during Being the Elite, his last name was censored by the group, as the show teased that the quote "effin' Librarians" would be pushed to the main event once AEW starts on TV. This was a pretty hilarious start to Being the Elite, and shows that the company is listening to what fans have to say, something that WWE can't say they've done all the time. Continuing with this week's Being the Elite, as not only did the show troll the former constable of the WWE, but SCU appeared and made a big announcement about their match this Saturday at Fight for the Fallen. For the first time ever, SCU, represented by Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, will take on Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix in what will be a great exhibition on what AEW's tag team division brings to the table. The show already had plenty of tag team action promised, as Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela will take on MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Shawn Spears, whilst the Rhodes brothers Cody and Dustin will face off against the Young Bucks. In singles action, Kenny Omega will face Kima, Brandy Rhodes will have her hands full when she takes on Allie, and Adam Page will be hoping to build momentum to his AEW heavyweight title match against Chris Jericho at All Out when he takes on Kip Sabian. And finally today we're ending with ECW news, as one of the defunct promotion's most controversial stars is set to release a memoir later this year. According to reports, former ECW Tag Team Champion New Jack will be bringing out his bio entitled New Jack, Memoir of a Pro Wrestling Extremist, which is set to come out on November 28th, and according to PW Insider, has been co-written by Jason Norman and includes a foreword by the Blue Meanie. According to a preview, the book will be a tell-all story of New Jack's life before, during, and after wrestling, and mention some of the most controversial and revered moments from his entire life. From the violence in his youth that nearly saw him enter a life of crime, to his crazy diving off balconies and scaffolds, to the infamous mass transit incident, it seems nothing is off the table for this book. Despite never joining WWE, New Jack's career is infamous for both the right and wrong reasons, and it seems fans will finally be able to get into the head of the Extreme legend this November when his book hits shelves. Well guys, that's our news for today. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to check out our previous video, 10 huge mistakes Vince McMahon and WWE shockingly have already made in 2019. Also check out our other high-rated videos by clicking at the upper right-hand corner or down in the description field. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the bell icon so you don't miss a single new video. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, thank you for watching.